Mabuhay, welcome back. So we're gonna try and replace this hose today. As you can see, the handle's broken, this is broken here, as well as this pipe's actually burst. So let's go downstairs and take a look at that. All right guys, here we are in the basement. This is the actual pipe that leads to the hose. So I'm gonna try to get you in here so you can see that it is in fact burst. This happened one year when it froze, and ever since then this hose has just been shut off. If you come down here, as you can see, there's a shut-off valve right there that's attached to this pipeline, and this has been shut off for years. So what I'm gonna do is try and cut this area off here. I'll probably have to cut here first so I can pull the hose through the outside, then cut back here and try to attach some fixings to this pipe. So let me show you what I got. Okay guys, so here I am, and I was gonna use this to cut the pipe so I could pull it out from outside, but because of where this burst right here, it's not gonna allow me to rotate the pipe cutter. I'm gonna have to get a hacksaw, cut this off here, pull out the old Sillcock, the old hose bib from the outside, and then probably I can come over here and cut this area with the rotational cutter. So let me go grab the hacksaw. Okay, back with the hacksaw. Let's get this thing in here. It's tight quarters, but just gonna have to make a lot of tiny passes back and forth. Burst pretty bad. Now let's go ahead and try and pull this out from the front. Okay, here we are back outside. See, oh, there we go. See, we're gonna be able to get this. There we go. Now we can see better. This was frozen, bursted open. This pipe is sweated into here. So this originally looks like this was a frost-proof pipe, but something's failed. Maybe the seal in there went bad. I'll have to inspect this a little later, but at any rate, let me put the new one in its place. All right, there's the old Sillcock. Let's get this new one up, take a look. Trying to inspect, see how it looks next to the new, old and new. So, looking at this new one, it comes with the taper on it. That is on purpose. It's fatter at the top and narrow at the bottom. That's so that when this is installed, it's got a slight pitch. I'm exaggerating, but you want to pitch like this. That way any water, once it's sealed over on this side, it'll seal back here, water will trickle back out and out of your connection here, hence the anti-siphon. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this into the wall, just like this. If you want, you can cover this. Make sure nothing here is gonna get into your fitting here, but just carefully, you should be all right. Just feed that through. I'm gonna break off this, had a little tag holder on there. Don't lose this. You want this to install this properly so that you get the pitch that you want. I'm going to set this aside for now as it keeps falling until I'm ready. So there we go. Okay, so I was having a hard time lining everything up down there, so I'm going to take a section of the pecs and shark bite pecs. I'm going to put it in here, help thread it through a little easier. Here we go. Try to line this up perfectly. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, that'll fit perfect. All right, here we are back in the basement. As you can see, that's the blue pipe that I put on the end of the hose bib. Come on this side, You can see it's got a slight slope out that way, and that's from it just putting it exactly in place where it was before. So it already had a slight slope. Perfect. What I'm gonna do is cut somewhere along here or here and delete this existing pipe from where I cut it. Then I'm gonna put on a straight coupling. Gonna put on elbow here on the blue pipe, and then put another section of straight that goes from the elbow to the straight coupling and attach it to this existing pipe, and we should be able to turn it on after that. So let me get the cutter and give that a go. All right, got that cut. Here's a section we just cut out. As you saw, it had a little bit of water in it. Now what we want to do is clean this up. So let me get the tool for that. All right, here you remember, we need one of these. Go ahead and just we want to clean at least a ½ inch, so we need to go a little more there. All right, see, we got that shiny clean. I kind of go as thick as this is so that I know I'm over clean, which is better than not. Next, clean the inside. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down so that I can do this with two hands. Okay, here's the straight coupling I want to put on. Why does these look different? Hold on. Okay, so you got that clean, no burrs. Be careful when you're handling that, make sure there's nothing sharp. Now I've got the straight coupling like that. Make sure it's the same color on both sides, because if it's a different color, that means it's not a straight coupling, it's for an attachment style. So I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to press with two hands. Just like that. Now I'm gonna put an elbow over here. All right, here we're gonna put the elbow on. Remember, again, make sure the ends are the same color and it's not for a different type of piping. I'm gonna put it in place. Gonna go for that, so it's kind of aimed towards the other coupler. So go ahead, carefully put that on. I may secure that on the outside first, that way I can actually press on it hard. All right, and that's all connected up now. I want to secure that piece up there on the outside of the house, and then double check to make sure this is pressed in tight. So let me go do that. Okay, here we are outside again. This was sideways like so. So I just straightened it up. I'm gonna put this spacer behind it. Remember, this is a tapered spacer, so it's fatter at top than it is at the bottom, and that is intentional. Got some, I don't know if they're 2.5 or 3 inch screws, but at any rate, I'm gonna put these back here so that I can line this up. On a power drill. Get that started. More on this side. Get the same thing going. Bit hard with the handle there, but Alright, that's about where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off here. That feels good. Let's go back inside now that this is secure. Okay, we're back inside. This is now secure. You saw us bolt it to the house basically. So see if we can just push this a little bit. Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we seated this now. This is perfectly seated, bolted into the house. I can't push this on any further. We seated this already. We seated this already. We're gonna follow this right up here and see to that yellow handle. Pipe goes up here, insulated to that yellow handle. It's closed. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it for the first time in a few years. Now let's go outside and see if we're open or closed on this valve. All right, here we are back outside. Here's the valve. It's closed. Let's see. I'm gonna turn it. Grave success. And that's water that's leaking out from the antifreeze valve. So perfect. So now water when we want it, turn off when we don't. That's the residual water in that 12-inch of pipe, so it doesn't freeze. The anti-siphon's open, so we're good to go. All right. Okay, finally come back down. Just make sure we're not seeing any sort of water dripping. And I'm gonna keep an eye on this for the next day, couple days. Make sure nothing obvious is happening. But no issues at all. So that's a successful hose bib replacement. So this was helpful. I mean, I hope this helped, and come back for more as I have more home repairs to do. We're gonna have a lot more to film. All right, bye bye now.